got your birthmarks.
Ready. I've been waiting all morning to talk with Kristen Stewart. You're one of my favorite, I have to say this on camera because you're one of my favorite interviews.
That is really nice of you to say.
I'm so boring.
You are not boring.
No, I am. I mean, I'm from...
No way.
What do you think that?
You're like, no way are you boring. That was funny. I went with Jake, the director, and our costume designer. And so it was a strange group of people to walk into a strip club in the middle of the afternoon. This guy actually offered me, I don't know, I think he thought that these were like either really messed up parents of mine or like my pimps or something, because he was like, you know, come back later if you want a job and come through the back door because I can tell you're underage. And I was like, oh my god. This would have been weird, and everybody thinks we're weird already, which is fine, but like, he wanted to be hula hooping with a match in his mouth, and then he wanted to light a match while I was juggling and he was hula hooping, and he wanted to put it in my mouth and see if we could like make our way over to each. It didn't really make a whole lot of sense.
It looks like a giant porta potty with air conditioning, but I'm in this giant porta potty with Kristen Stewart. Kristen, how you doing?
I'm so glad to be in a porta potty with you.
You know what? It's something about me. That's a fair description of this thing, right?
This is the most luxury porta potty I've ever been in, and it smells great too.
Yeah.
I made some DVD covers, some movies that you know, but with you starring in them. So
oh my gosh, that
the first
is
one is
so weird.
Titanic. Could you imagine yourself doing a part like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to do that, but like she's my. It's really funny that you did this one first, because this is like, she's like my favorite. She's really one of my favorite actresses. Yeah. I can't even, she walked into it. I've met her twice and I can't even, like, I'm incredibly starstruck. So that's kind of ridiculous. I'd like to just put that face down.
First it was like, oh, they're just dressing you up. Have you learned to no, but have you learned to have a good time with that? Am I right?
I mean, yeah, definitely.
Who can drink more without getting drunk? Kristen Stewart or Joan Jett? Next question.
Yeah, I'm like 19.
You can't say
You know what I mean? I would want it to be really random. I would literally want it to be like, hey, we should get married. You want to? You know what I mean? I'd be like, yeah, okay, sure.
Runaways.
This is a Bond babe. Would you want to do that?
No.
No? Why not?
Because I don't want to play a babe.
I would never let anybody put anything on me. But like, I totally get how I'm much more comfortable with my dress choices now. I wish that I didn't have to show up in these dresses and like looking like, we look like demigods when we show up at these things, and I want to be able to just show up and be like, hey guys, what's up? I want to run around and not have my feet feeling like they're going to fall off.
Maybe you guys would like an on-screen kiss from Jacob and Edward.
I've had so many people say, like, why don't you just play the part? Like, why don't you just, like, go, smile, talk about whatever they want you to talk about? It's like, I do. I really try to do that. I guess I should get, like, a face transplant or something. Well, I had my grandparents call my mom when the people thought I was pregnant for a while. I don't really know why, but yeah, my grandparents called and they were like, "Oh my God, Kristen!" Like, they believed it. They absolutely believed it, and my mom instantly was just like, "Are you kidding? Like, you guys." It's not, you have to stop reading, you know, magazines in the grocery store. I can't believe we've been talking about this, like, in depth, and I'm not just, like, screwing around, but, yeah. I made, there was, like, a big barbecue situation and, like, a bunch of steaks or whatever and veggies, and I made, like chicken piccata. I'm so embarrassed right now. I can't even do that. People are much better at doing this than I am, and that's, like, fine, and I'm getting better at it or whatever, but I'm not going to try to force myself to do anything.
Thank you for being that way.
Thank you for being that way.
I appreciate it. And this interview.
I am totally boring. I like sit in my house with my cat. I'm a crazy cat lady. Give me a couple years. No, I'm kidding. Like this year especially, I was just like, I'm gonna give them exactly what they want. I'm gonna be totally cool. I'm gonna thank everybody. I got up there and I was like, Chris directed the movie and he's awesome. Thanks. And I had to get off like that.
No one's got the last one. Could that be you?
Yeah, she's funny. This is. This is really funny. I think she's hysterical on that show, and I don't know if I could ever really be that funny in something, but I would try. So yeah, this is a trip. Can I have these just as a joke?
I feel like the cameras just cut to me just as soon as I stopped smiling or something. I swear to God, because I thought most of that stuff was funny, and I don't know. I'm telling you, face transplant. It's going to happen pretty soon, I think. I'm petting a wolf in a fairly intimate manner. I mean, you know.
So you're having bestiality with the wolf.
Thanks. I couldn't say it. I was like, I'm going to get in trouble.
What if you did? Would your publicist and manager just have a heart attack if, like,
yes,
hey, you show up in jeans and flip-flops, you know? I mean, maybe you know, she's squirming over there. I mean, maybe she can show up in some jeans too. It'd be kind of a combo thing.
I go, and I remember each moment. I go like, oh, they chose that one. Gosh, what's weird is sometimes to see it in the angle that they chose. Sometimes I'm like, really? God, they should have been somewhere else. I can't juggle on stage in shoes. I can barely walk up the stairs. Like, it'd be awesome if he didn't even have to like ask. It's like, oh, so we're getting married, right? Yeah. We'll get to that.
Girls just crying their eyes out.
Oh.
I've done that at movies. Have you?
Oh my gosh, yeah. And it's usually really embarrassing if you're at a theater. If you just start bawling and everyone can hear you heaving, it's like sort of a weird. It's embarrassing.
About the two of you being personally involved. But then last week
thing just ran out.
Okay.
Just saying. Yeah, it's fun. And like, it is sort of ridiculous to know that, like, I mean, I have friends that I don't talk to for a while, and they call and ask ridiculous questions sometimes. Or like, you'll have your dad say like, "What were you doing last night?" It's like, nothing. Wasn't anywhere. It's like, yes, you were. You went out last night. No, I didn't.
To say, Kristen, you remind me of a young Jodie Foster.
Yeah. No, I can't deal with this. I actually can't. No, literally can't do it.
Why not?
I'm not gonna listen right now. I can't even.
Wow, see?
Okay, cool. Oh, what are you doing? I can talk louder than my 9-year-old self can talk.
But it's cool to see you grow up on TV, you know?
No.
And I love you. Have a great night.
Thanks, man. I love you too.
Yes, we
Aw.
got love.